Your best. Is that your best? Is that your best, Philip Clement? Your best. Your best. Right. Live streams are back, people. Live streams are buzzed. They never really went away, but it's been a couple of days, so why not talk about it? Talk about it here on this 12th of November. The international break is here, but no need to fear, everybody. It's the last one until March, so let's get stuck into it. Let's not waste any time. Let's get some thoughts on the action that happened on Sunday. Any queries, any questions? I will get to answering, my friends. We've got two viewers. How are we all doing on this Tuesday night? What did Rangers? What did you make of Tuesday? I mean, I've made a couple of. I think I've only made one vid. I made a members video earlier, but what did we make of Sunday night, folks? Was it acceptable? Was it not good enough? I had someone claim it was more than good enough. It was fine. I need to stop moaning. What they seen, they must have saw some good shit, people, because I didn't see it. I did not see it anyway. Welcome to the live chat. What the hell? What the hell's going on here? What the hell's going on, my stream's glitched out. Stream is absolutely glitched out. But anyway, well, it's fine. But for whatever reason, it's zoomed out. That doesn't bother me though. Let me just see if the chat's working. I got a big emoji in there. Things are doing all right. Phil. I was just to say Phil Keevens. That's not working. Actually, hold on. Need to zoom out again. Right. What do I talk about, everybody? Do we want to talk about Big Fat? I've got the chat on my phone. It's just a bit of a problem where I can't really see what's going on, but it doesn't really matter. Right. Well, that'll do us. That'll do, donkey. That'll do us. Right. So, Philip, come on. Obviously, yesterday came out and said all that stuff about tiredness and robots and all that good stuff. Hell, Phil, you can rotate the team, son. Leon Balogun also coming out in an Instagram post saying that it's not really been good enough. But I like players. See players that come out and turn around and say the actual truth instead of this. But let's just make up stuff and pretend that what's actually been happening there is good enough. I mean, we beat Hearts, right? We beat Motherwell and we drew away to Olympiacos. Result-wise, been a pretty decent week. 2 wins domestically into a final, 1 in the league, and we drew away. But when you actually break it down, awful for 45 minutes against Motherwell. I mean, honestly, it was the worst 45 minutes you'll see in that first half at Hampden, right? Second half was much better, but again, was it anything to write home about? We won 2-1 at the end, right? Then Olympiacos. I can't really fault Olympiacos in the performance. Thought it was really good, apart from the finishing. I think we should have won. We should have won. That's the only fault. But it's away in Europe, folks. Away in Europe's quite tough. And then the Hearts game. Apart from, I mean, I've been saying 20 minutes, right? Oh, the opening 20 minutes. Maybe I lost track of time. Maybe it was only like 10, because when I'm hearing other people talk about the game, they're talking about the opening 10 minutes. So maybe I need to shave 10 minutes off it. I would say about the first 15 minutes was all right for Rangers. Now, anyone that was at the game, the timer wasn't on, so didn't actually catch on. I was checking my phone to keep an eye like where we were, and it was a real struggle. When seeing they added the 3 minutes on, and they were whipping out this could be a penalty to Hearts, but I think we can all see that Kieran Dowell. It should have been a free kick. It was never ever a penalty. But AR, what you want 30 million plus for Kuhn? That's good for you. This is your best. Your best. 30 million for. Tell you what, if someone wants to pay 30 million for Kieran Dowell, and that's what I said yesterday. The biggest problem for me about Kieran Dowell is the fact that why is Kieran Dowell getting minutes, man? Where's Yannis Hagi? See this whole Clement doesn't fancy him. He gets sent off. Clement needs to put that to one side and bring Yannis Hagi back to the fold. I thought Boner Barron was worth that. Here, if Connor Barron I was going to make some analogy there about Conor Barron. If you could value the amount of booze that were put into substitution yesterday into money, then maybe he could be worth 30 million. But that's a nothing burger. That couldn't have went anywhere. But yeah, man, that decision got absolutely booed at the building. I said yesterday on Sunday correctly, because it's not like Conor Barron was the worst player on the pitch. But what is Conor Barron worth? He's not worth 30. Conor Barron's probably worth about what, 5-6 million. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and put a ridiculous price tag on the guy for views and clicks. Conor Barron is worth about 6 at best, right? I just don't see a world where he's worth double digits quite yet. But we could put that up for a poll. I mean, how much is Conor Barron worth, folks? Custom emojis, right? I said I would add to the custom emojis. I dropped the ball, right? I haven't done it yet. I'm sorry, everybody, as we're 6 minutes into this stream. Let's see here. Is there anything? Killed the wee blue. All right, Stevie. Yes, I'm doing good. How are you doing? Who was at the game on Sunday? What did we make of it? Who watched the game? I haven't even. Rangers release still hurts Lewis Ferguson. Should have brought him back then. Should have brought him back, to say the least. But we didn't. Romanian great Yannis Hagi has told his son to keep his head up. He needs to keep his head up. I'll tell you what. You watched on Premier Sports, brilliant. All right, Steve. Hope's all good with you in the channel. We're definitely in a mess, mate. Poor performance against Hearts. More excuses for PCI. I don't know, man. I'm getting comments for people saying that I need to lay off the manager because it was 3 good results in a week. Yo, so you look at it on paper, as I've already addressed, I think, yeah, you beat Hearts, you beat Motherwell in their final and a tough away day in Europe. It looks great, but look at the performances, man. Philippe Clement is a defeat or another draw away domestically from protests outside the stadium. Could you imagine if Hearts scored yesterday? That would have been insane. It felt, I've said it about a million times since, not yesterday. I keep thinking the day's fucking Monday, Sunday. Did you imagine if Hearts made it 1 each? It felt like the most 1-1 match of all time. We could see, apart from, I can't remember who hit the bar. Who hit the bar? Who actually hit the bar at the end of it? Was it Neil who hit the bar? Anyway, see, apart from hitting the post of the bar in that, all right, Blue Mac, I've seen you on the rabble earlier. But see apart from that, we had nothing in that second half, man. Hearts deserved the draw. I don't care about Hearts. I mean, yeah, they might not have done enough attacking-wise, Hearts, but we're Rangers. And for about 70 minutes of that game, Hearts were on top of us. Set pieces, throw-ins, corners, just billions. Every time we went to go forward, we turned back and it was just a chorus of boos, and rightfully so. It was Danilo who hit it. You're saying what happened at the end. Kieran Doyle handled it. It was a free kick, but the ref didn't give it, man. 11th in the league, Hearts, and yeah, and that is it. That's the scary thing. Your players are tired. No even out November. Big Voldemort, the excuse maker. Well, that's it, right? I don't. Those excuses don't fly with me, because he said you'll see we'll be 200% better in November. November's here now. He's claiming we're tired. So, see, by claiming we're tired, does that mean the best of us happened when we weren't tired, like a couple of weeks ago? I don't know. I don't know what's going on with Phil. Like, he's spewing some fucking shit. Looked very similar to the first game of the season against Hearts. I agree. I can't remember what FID was. It the full football FID, where I was looking back for the game. I can't remember what I addressed that. I said, yeah, it was pretty much like that. It was a carbon copy minus, I don't even know, minus the goal. Obviously, because we scored. Martin has grown on me a bit. Stevie, I have to say, but still prefer Connor. I like Connor. Somebody commented earlier. It's like Connor's background depresses me. Looks like his mum's going to walk in with pancakes any second. I don't know. It's pretty funny. Brian earlier spoke a lot of sense. I was listening to I can't remember what day it was, but I was listening to it earlier. Pay and play by performance. Make them work for the top and club. I agree. And we are rewarding failure, man. And it's like there's so many happy clappers out there that are going to look at it and see that Tav set up Dessers and pretend they're great. Yeah, I'll admit, see Dessers, he got no service yesterday. Keep saying yesterday on Sunday, but the reality is, it's like, what are you doing to get yourself involved? I think, Brian, he said in the podcast that Dessers had like what 6 successful passes across the game. And hold on, what was it? So Dessers had 6 successful passes across the game, and Danilo had 6 in the last 15, which is incredible. Glass bottles returned are worth more than this shitey team. Well, that's it. I was at the game, Stevie, in the Bromlin by the corner flag. Atmosphere was weird, but that display was well. I was in the Bromlin as well, but I was up. I was BR4. Yeah, beside the Hearts fans, that was probably the fans just throwing the white paper, whatever you want to call it, at each other. I've seen the video of the guy as well storming past the wee kid. I mean, what was he all about? But yeah, that was honestly at half time. I couldn't stop yawning. I was tired, but I've been up since 4:30. But I was still was wrecked. And if it was a good game, you wouldn't be yawning. I was yawning like fuck. It was boring me. But yeah, see the display. See when you actually watch the display at the start of the game, it's like that's incredible. But you just know what's to follow is going to be shite. But yeah, the display was second to none. Fantastic display, man. Fantastic. Can't fault the displays. If the teams could put the amount of effort, into half the amount of effort that goes into displays and things like that for these events, we'd get somewhere. Why are we up at 4:30? Why not? Early start. First 10 to 15 minutes was actually no bad, but we just took our foot off the gas after that. Yeah, you could argue getting the early goal was actually a bad thing, but then if you don't get the early goal, it looks like a 0-0 all day, every day. But yeah, I said that at the start of this stream. I thought the first 10 to 15 minutes were all right. I thought there were decent chances created. I mean, Hearts had a corner pretty much immediately, and then after that, I thought we took control. But then after that, man, it was so bad, and like. No, that's why I was up at 4, Caleb. But 4:30 even, or was it 5? I can't remember. I was dead, right? But see, like you were there. See how much booing there was because the players kept coming back. It was so pathetic, man. Not the booing, the players. They were bottling it, going for Tierney and Bajrami. How many times did they turn back? Diamondi, how many times did he turn back? Yefty is the only other positive about that game for me outside of the actual win. I mean, I don't think Barn and Raskin were that bad either, but I thought Yefty was. He looked like Roberto Carlos, man, next to James Tavernier on the other side. James Tavernier was awful, man. One moment later. But yeah, James Tavernier, he's done. I mean, he gave us, 67 minutes, something like that. He would do something good, and then immediately he would give it away, and the chorus of boos. It was, James Tavernier. And it just, how many times do you want to see John Sutter and Leon Balogun pass between each other? Brutal. Absolute Diamondi, man. People are like, play him in the 10. What is Diamondi? I don't think he's an 8. I don't think he's a 6, and he's sure as hell ain't a 10. So what is Diamondi? Is he just a shite football player? Because he was really bad. Nico Raskin won man of the match. I would disagree with that. I'd give it to Yefty. But it was just a tiresome watch, man. It really, really was. It was soul destroying to say the least, guys. Either way, and I thought they were going to give a penalty at the end, but obviously looking at it, it's not a penalty. It's clearly outside of the box. But it probably should have been a free kick to Hearts. But what I think the ref didn't give anything because he wanted to go to VAR. Because you seen like Shankland and Gordon talking to him. And then obviously they've went what's outside the box. That's why it's looked a bit dodgy, I think, because I think it was a free kick. But then you could argue, why doesn't the ref give the free? He was looking right at it. He should have just gave it. Raskin and Barron at least give 100%. Yep, totally agree. And that's it's the minimum, but at least if you show it, that's something. And that's why the place got booed down, man. Everybody was booing. I was booing. See when Conor Barron gets subbed off, it's like, what? And then you bring on 2 right backs, man. It's like, what the fuck? What's he doing? Going to be a long 2 weeks, Stevie. Absolutely. You know what? It is going to be a long 2 weeks, but see the fact that's us now until what? March. That's a positive to take. And Steve Clark. The international break is shite. No 2 ways about it. It is. It's mincemeat. Your best. Yefty is due that goal soon. You can see he wants it badly. Absolutely. Good player, Yefty. Good player. I don't know. It seems to be the less we spend on players, the better they seem to be. Like the Sterlings, the Butlins, the Barons, the Yefties. Seem we spend any form of money on players, they seem to be shite. And Danilo got 15 minutes. I thought there was nothing really in Danilo. I thought he was all right. Who were the other subs? McCausland came on, didn't he? About a couple of minutes. But, Balogun and Suter both had one big-ass mistake in the meets that could have easily resulted in 2 goals if Hearts were firing. So, yeah, I don't like the positives is the 3 points, Yefty, and we didn't pick up any injuries. That's probably it. But could you imagine, though, man? Could you imagine if we actually concede it? Imagine going 1 each. All right, I seen Brian talking about it on what was he on the pod on the Rabble earlier? Like he said, there were protests outside the main stand if he drew or got beat. Easy. Could you imagine, man? It just feels inevitable that this guy is going. Honestly, I can't remember what I titled this stream. Something to do with Clement on that. He can't turn it around, man. He can't. It is. I just don't. I mean, I'm sick of repeat. I feel like I repeat the same pish on these streams, but how can he turn it around? There's nothing. We've seen 10 minutes against Hearts, 10 to 15 minutes. But see if you were putting in a great 45 minutes and then the second half was like a mediocre 30, then a shit 15, at least you could be like, fair enough. But we've seen a decent 10, 15 minutes and then an awful 75 minutes. It's like, there's nothing to take from that. Against a Hearts team that's pish, they're not that good. Neil Critchley's come in, and I wouldn't say he's transformed them. Yeah, they're better than what they were under Naismith this season, but geez, oh man, anything's better than that. I thought Raskin was man of the match. Yeah, he gave the ball away a few times, but he kept winning the ball back. And I remember he bailed out Tav when they broke into our box. He did. I thought Yefty was man of the match. Maybe I was a wee bit too harsh on Raskin. I think in the review, I was like, I don't know how he got it, but I thought Yefty was. He did give the ball away a few times, but everyone gives the ball away. It's about how you react to giving the ball away, right? I think Tav gave the ball away numerous times, but there was once he gave it away, then he ran back 40 yards, got it back, and then as soon as he got it back, he just booted up the ball. So many shite balls going forward, just straight to Hearts defenders. We're so easy to defend against. It's unbelievable. 10 to 15 minutes FC, that's us. 10 minutes against Celtic. 10 minutes here, 10 minutes there. We've scored 16 goals in 11 games. It's horrendous. Like that is, you take out the 6 goals against Ross County, which everyone seems to be doing, but here you have to. That's the reality. 10 goals in 10 games. We're 6th in the league for goals scored. Right? Away from home, I believe we're still the worst. Come on. How far have the standards fallen that we should be accepting that? And that's not negativity. That's reality. There's no one being overly negative here. It's just, there's nothing. How does Kieran Doyle get on that pitch? Like, what does Kieran Doyle offer in a Rangers shirt? He near cost us 2 points at the end of the day. Right, I'm going to look for a bit of other news, but I don't really think there is any news, and that is the problem with an international break. The news dries up quicker than you can say 10 to 15 minutes FC, folks. But it's just, you looked at the bench and it's like, could he have done something? Yeah, Yannis Hagi sitting on Yannis Hagi on the right. But that's just Clement to a T, man. My way or the highway. we all know, right? See if you start, see the front three behind the striker is like Bajrami, Hagi, and Tierney. Even though I'd rather play Bajrami in the 10, but see that's the front three behind the striker. That's a really good front three. I don't think you can many complaints about that, to be honest. Yeah, Suter got lucky, Blue Mac, didn't he? I nearly shat myself as well. You could hear the gasp. Caleb, it's embarrassing to say the least, mate. It's not good enough, but when we have Mr. Excuses manager, what more can we expect? Well, that is it. That's it. He is Mr. What was I said? More spins than a washing machine's, Philip Clement. Oh, they're tired. Well, mate, we've got a squad for a reason, folks. You got a squad for you don't have to pick the same players every week. And that's what he's been doing. But, against, what was it? Against Aberdeen, he rested Yefty. Against St Mirren, he rested a few players. So, but then you say resting a few players, just fucking drop the tired ones. Hagi should be played. It's if you want to argue that Hagi shouldn't be starting. I mean, I don't think there's much argument there because I think he should be, but that's one thing. But see, to think that this guy, the Hagi's no worthy of getting minutes, I think it's disgraceful. But I want to just quickly go through the bench that it was on Sunday. I almost said yesterday again. I would have went through myself for that. But he's brought on Sterling, he's brought on Casemiro, he's brought on Danilo, he's brought on Dial, and he's brought on McCausland, which for me, there's not much up with it. Hold on. See, according to Flash Score, folks, James Tavernier got an 8.1. An 8.1. An 8.1. I don't think, what is going on? An 8.1? He was man of the match. Right, so you look at the bench, right? Proper, I wouldn't have brought on. Kelly's a goalkeeper, unless Butland gets injured. I wouldn't have brought him on. But, the other two subs, Igamani and Hagi, how are those two no getting on in front of Kieran Doyle and McCausland? I have no beef with McCausland, right? He's a Rangers man. I hope he was good, but he's not that good, right? Hagi is 10 times, a million times the player that McCausland can be, right? And for Igamani, I think there is potential there, but we need to see it. We need to see some form of return on that. Tavernier, still Rangers' biggest chance creator bar none. Shocking the way he's being treated by so-called fans. Yo, let's say James Tavernier is the biggest chance creator, right? Which, if you break it down and look at the stats, he probably is. Right? Maybe he is. Consistently over the past bunch of years, he has been with the goals and the assists, right? If that is the case, right? What about the defending, though? How many goals are you actually shipping it at the back? As Blue Mike said, Raskin had to help him out a lot, and it wasn't just Raskin, with everybody. Tav, even going forward, man, he couldn't make like simple 5-yard passes. He's putting it straight to like Frankie Kent and all them. 8.1 is, what are they smoking? I don't know, but Tav, we see him. Who did he get subbed on against? Was it Olympiacos? Even though I think the subs actually killed the game against Olympiacos, he subbed them on in the right mid position. I think there's a future for Tav at the club for however long he's got left, months, weeks, whatever, to get subbed on late in games. Because, like you said, I think he can be, the guy does get assists and he does score goals, but he should be kept up far as hell up the pitch as possible, not at the back. Because see at the 4 at the back with James Tavernier, an aging Tavernier, it's like playing free. That's what it is. And see, watching it and seeing Yefty compared to it is so obvious who's much better right now. Blame the board, yep, on the managerial side. What's Hagi actually ever done for you, Stevie? Only plays for Romania because of his legend. I tell you what Yannis Hagi's done. Yo, what's Hagi done since he got injured in December 21? Not much, because he hasn't been given a chance, right? But, I mean, everyone will remember that Braga game. There also was the match against the Hibs in there. He had loads of goals and assists during Title 55. Hagi has never lost a game against Celtic. So that's what he's done for us. Now, that's not all down to him. It's not one man that's made us that. But Hagi was a pretty integral part of a good Rangers team a few years ago. That's what he's done for us. I'm not going to pretend he's a world beater and he's the greatest thing since sliced bread and he's won a billion trophies. It is 3 years ago, but he had a big injury. And since then, he's no had a chance. He's no had a proper chance. I've said it for years. Tav's been teacher's pet for too long. He has been. Right, Santoy, you're saying that. You've just retracted your message, but I'll read it out anyway. You're saying that Hagi's rotten, right? Let's say Hagi is rotten. Or he's shite. Is he worse than McCausland? Is he worse than Doyle? The answer to that is no. So he should be getting a game ahead of them anyway. Brago, something special. Ibrox, baby, it's just different. Yeah, everyone remembers that just before COVID. But yeah, Yannis Hagi, the goals against the volley against Hibs as well. We won 2-1. Again, I know that's just 2 games, but yeah, look what he did during 55, man. Yannis Hagi. Yannis Hagi's good. He's not going to single-handedly turn this season around, right? I don't think many players could, but he should be getting featured, all right? So we're going to end it at the 30-minute mark. So we've got 4 minutes and 5 seconds left. Because I don't want to talk too much because I feel like there wouldn't be enough a lot to talk about for the remainder of this international break. He's not technically abysmal. Hagi's good. Why he's not been played at Rangers is because of the contract situation. Plus, he had the falling out with Bale. He got loaned out and he's come back and Clement doesn't fancy him. It's as simple as that. You got to live for now. In the future. Yeah, and what had you done 3 years ago right now is irrelevant. I'll accept that, but he's better than Kieran Doyle. He's better than McCausland. He's better than those options. He is. No two ways about it. Maybe Hagi's not the same player he was 3 years ago. But when you watched him in the Euros for Romania, I thought he was pretty good. The games he got on. Oh, Blue Mike, couldn't forget the super chat, Stevie. Thank you. Thank you for that, Blue Mike. But again, to reiterate, I want Hagi playing, but he's not going to turn it around single-handedly. I bet Hagi scores for Romania next week. He probably will, to be honest. But yeah, thank you, Blue Mac, for that. But has anyone got any final questions here regarding this? Braga, the deflection. Yeah. What about the other? Yannis Hagi, special. Still put it in the back of the net, didn't he, though? Santoy, do you actually think, though, that Hagi's worse than the rest? Kieran Doyle? He's not. He's not. Mentality like that will keep you third for a long time. Well, it might be third for a long time. Who knows? But what's the mentality? Thinking that Yannis Hagi's better than some of the shite we've got. We need see ideally, we probably should have sold Hagi, but injuries happened. We couldn't get rid of him. We're in a deep hole here. The mentality of the team is shot. Clement can't complain about players being tired. We have fresh players on our bench, and that's before we even talk about our youth. Exactly, not getting a chance. McCausland is twice the player Hagi is, mate. Well, all right. That has to be a troll. That can't be. Twice the player. Ross McCausland, twice the player that Yannis Hagi is. Come on. Come on. Come on. Who are we kidding on with that? That's a load of shite. What did you make of Balogun's comments about expectation? Well, yeah, I think Balogun's one of few players at the club actually speaks his mind. I welcome that. I mean, Butland as well. Butland's, he's questioned the tactics recently as well. So, but again, stuff like that that'll probably make Clement drop them. But then, I have no issue. Butland, I thought was good yesterday. I thought he dealt with the set Sunday. But I would like to see Liam Kelly get a game or two. See no reason why not. But anyway, we've got 30 seconds to go. Who's McCausland's hairdresser? Just to make sure I don't go there. I don't know who it is, but I don't want to just pummel in on Ross McCausland, but he's not Rangers quality at the end of the day. He's not. Telling the truth, most of Tav goals came for pens. He wouldn't allow anyone else to take one. Yeah, they did. Tav scored some wonder goals for us as well. I'm not going to I had someone behind me say, who's James Tavernier? I was like, what? We're going to give him the Chris Benoit treatment, are we? But yeah, Tav, I think it's the end of an era. I fought against Motherwell and, not him not starting against Olympic. But then what I would say is, if the players truly are tired, which I think is not really acceptable right at this stage of the season, but let's say they are. If he didn't start against Motherwell, and if he didn't start against what do you call that team, Olympiacos. But did he start? Did Tav start against Motherwell? I can't even remember. My head's going. He didn't he? Not. I don't think he did. Point is, though, if he's been rested against Olympiacos and I think Motherwell, then it's not a real surprise to start him against Hearts, is it? Because we're tired. Who's James Tavernier? We might ask the same question every derby game, probably. I would probably agree with that. Your best. I hate international breaks, but I'm glad to get a break for Rangers playing. That is a positive at the end of the day. But yeah, this will probably be the last international break that Clement could possibly get. There is no, get to the international break and deep breaths. From now until March, it's going to be games every week, cup games, finals, Europa League games, league games. It is going to be. Yeah, that was it. I don't, man. The past week, yeah, him and Dessers both got hooked off, and we played great. So, but that's what I'm saying. He got not rested because he was shite and decided to get taken off, but didn't play the full 90 against Motherwell. Didn't come on till late against Olympiacos. So for me, you can kind of see why he started Tav against Hearts, but then at the same time, with about 20 right backs at the club, I don't really. Yeah, Dessers did get lucky. Yeah, he's still pish. He is, and for a lot of people, Dessers setting up James Tavernier. I know Tavernier setting up Dessers. That's made a lot of happy clappers happy, folks, at the end of the day. But yeah, glad we won and all that good stuff. But it just papers over the cracks, man. It was awful. It was absolutely, for about 70 minutes, it was putrid. The standards are on the floor. It's against a Hearts team that's not that good. I mean, we compare it last season in February, right? We beat Hearts 5-0. You had like Cortez and all scoring, right? All those guys. 5-0 against a Hearts team that was up there with Inter Milan in terms of form across Europe, albeit it's our league, etc., etc. But here, put them to the sword. This year, against a Hearts team that couldn't be any worse. I mean, they're above Hibs, but who's not above Hibs, literally? And we couldn't even do anything, really, man. We won 1-0. Maybe not worse than Doyle, but watch him on the ball, mate. If he ever gets a chance, which I doubt. But there you go, though. If he's better than Doyle, then why is he not playing? It's because Clement has got his wee favourites, and Kieran Doyle, I don't even know. Nah, come on. I'm not having this. Ross McCausland's twice the player. If Ross McCausland's twice the player, Yannis Hagi, then we truly, what are we doing? You're going to watch East Kilbride against Ayr, the Petrol Tank Cup. Brilliant. It does sell up to this team. The subs really pissed me off. Trying to hold on for a 1-0 against one of the worst sides in the league. Fucking joke. Yep. See, bringing 2 right backs on, it's crazy. Crazy. But he should have made the subs at half time, right? Because for more than half of the first half, you knew it was going down the shitter. So why not make the subs? Why not make the subs? Again, it was almost like we were just waiting to concede a goal before going drastically different. And, Clement did look animated. He did look a bit pissed off at the performance, but it's unacceptable, man, winning 1-0 in that manner. I can accept winning 1-0. Still 3 points, but it's how you do it. And we should have drew that game. I think we should have. It's embarrassing to be at home and be outplayed. What was the possession stats, actually? Because let me just double check that before I go. We probably still had more possession, did we? No, we had less possession than Hearts. But look at it. Hearts had 5 shots, none on target. We had 23 on target. We had some awful shots. I mean, 12 were blocked. A lot of corners, a lot of free kicks, not good. I mean, we got out-possessed at home to Hearts. To me, that's only acceptable if you're doing the 10 men. Or I don't even know how that's acceptable, man. But then we should never set up to be on the counter at home. It's just route one. long ball, shite. How are we getting out-possessed by Hearts at home? See, in the league, there's only one team that should out-possess us, right? And it should be borderline accept, and it's Celtic, right? And in Europe, obviously, it's different, right? You just expect. But see this getting out-possessed by a Hearts team that's wank. And that's not me saying that Celtic should out-possess us every game, by the way. That's just me saying, like, it should be more of a 50-50 thing. But Hearts, I mean, 51-49, but that sounds about right to me. Because we did nothing with the ball, even when we did have it. There's another Rangers channel that today proved Clement is the worst now than ever in stats. Well, I wonder who that was. I said in the rabble we were pissed, but Hearts were not really causing us much bother. We caused most of our own issues. I agree with that. Yeah, I mean, Hearts didn't. You're right. Most of the issues that came for us was down the flanks or through the middle where we lost the ball. And we gave away needless set pieces, whether it be throw-ins, corners, or whatever. But I think Butland dealt with them brilliantly. Butland caught everything and dealt with them. Bored, but Beale bought Dessers, Lammers for 8 million. Beale shite manager, asked Sunderland loyal, and he bought Danilo, who looks like an absolute waste of money. I said on the rabble, I already read that. Rangers are really poor. I thought he would catch Aberdeen. I don't know. Yeah, I was always going to be intriguing to see how Aberdeen would react, but the 1-4-1, good game for them. Believe it or not, I'm slightly worried about the League Cup final. One-off game. We played shite in May, the Scottish Cup final. It's a weird one you're saying that. I think you'll struggle to find a Rangers fan that's anywhere near optimistic. It's almost like a nothing to lose thing for Rangers because everyone expects us to lose that game. But then, does he survive it? He hasn't beat Celtic in, 5 attempts? The way Celtic are playing, 6 past Aberdeen, things like that. Who knows? Who knows? Anyway, that's where we're going to leave it. It's just, I agree, Aldo, that is it. Though some people think if you're negative, you don't. But that's where we're going to leave it. We'll see where it goes. We've got a big international break, which is fantastic. Really not. What do you mean Celtic? Celtic. So I was supposed to end 7.5 minutes ago, but then you came in, starting to play suit, so I'm away. Not really. I need to go. That December schedule's looking totally atrocious. You've Aberdeen, you've Spurs, you've Celtic. Running away? Nah, it's just the Green Brigade that do running away. Celtic defence is stronger than last year, only getting stronger and stronger. Then again, come 3:30 on the day I'm on my 10th can. Brilliant. But that's where we're going to leave it, folks. You'll debate me anytime. Even your wee Celtic buddies don't like your Celtic show. You're best. Aldo, yet another fact, mate. It's only opinions. Yep. The legend returns. The man, the myth, the legend. Anyway, that's where we're going to leave it. Philip, come on. Can he turn it around? Who knows? But we'll be back soon. Till then. Peace.